Hi everybody, this is Tom Munley. Welcome to ECTV Live with my co-host David DeCosmo. David, it's good to see you again.
It's good to be with you. We had a wonderful time last week.
Yes, we did, David. We had a speaking engagement. We had a wonderful show last week.
We're at the West Pittston Library. We thank all of you that came out. Hope you enjoyed the program. And who knows, it may be the first of our taking our show on the road. We'll have to see.
We're going to do it again, David.
We have two guests today and one central subject. And that central subject is very time sensitive because everyone is or should be celebrating Earth Day within the next couple of weeks. Today we're going to be telling you about two very exciting events free of charge to the public that celebrate Earth Day and our environment. And Jenna Wayne is our first guest. And Jenna, let me make sure I have your title correct. Outreach Coordinator for PPL at Lake Wallenpaupack.
Welcome to our show, Jenna.
Thanks for having me.
PPL has always been very environmentally conscious, and I guess the efforts that it makes at the lake are a prime example. I know you've got a nature center there that's open all the time, for instance.
That's right. We're open year-round. We do public programs year-round. All of our programs are free and open to the public on a variety of topics. We've covered everything from gardening to wildlife. We have basic boating safety courses coming up. So there's all sorts of things to do all year round at our center.
Yeah, although you have basic boating safety courses coming up, we should point out that as we speak, the lake's still frozen.
That's right. We're starting to see some open water, but this winter was very, very cold, so the lake did freeze up real nicely for us, which was great for recreation on icy recreation on the lake.
But Earth Day and Earth Day activities are always associated with spring, so hopefully you'll have an Earth Day.
I have spoken to the weather gods, and they told me it is going to be sunny and beautiful the weekend of our Earth Day festival.
Well, there is, and it's called the Pike Wayne Earth Day Festival. And Jenna, tell us about what people can expect that are going to take part in this. It is on Saturday, I believe?
Yep, Saturday, April 26th. Our event runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and we have all sorts of hands-on activities, games, festival-style games. Audubon Society leads bird walks for us. Northeast Wilderness Experience is going to be offering mountain bike demos. The art club is going to be face painting for free. So everything's just family oriented, getting people outside. Spring fever sets in. The kids want to be outside, so we have outside activities. And everything goes on rain or shine because we have lots of stuff inside that it's available also. Now
the lake is a very big place, so where are these activities going to take place physically?
Our center is, the entrance is located right on Route 6 next to the high school. We're actually adjacent from the dam, so a lot of people can see the dam from Route 590 or they know where it's at on Route 6. We're right across from it there. It's PPL Drive. You just come on back and you'll see lots of cars and lots of parking and all the activities and everyone having a great time.
Do you get a large crowd of people there, Jenna?
We do. Our average number is around 350 for attendance. We've had as many as 650 people show up for it.
That's a large crowd. That's a nice crowd.
Yeah, we keep, everyone knows to bring plenty of materials, so we've never run out of materials. There's always lots for people to do. One of the organizations makes masks for the kids. We have live macroinvertebrates. They're insect larvae. If you ever go down into the pond scum, if you go fishing, net fishing in ponds, you can pick up some macroinvertebrates. Well, we'll have the messy work done for you, and Pike County Conservation District's going to be showcasing what those insect larvae look like that eventually grow wings and emerge from ponds in the springtime. So some timely activities for the season. Master gardeners are going to be there giving people little seed pockets so you can go home and just drop them in the garden and watch them grow for the spring. So lots of timely activities as well as Pennsylvania native species activities.
You also brought a couple little of these flyers for us, and this one's very interesting because it certainly implies that conservation is such an important part of our Earth-related activities. This one, particular one, every drop counts, and it mentions using a barrel for rain. What is this all about?
The Pike Wayne Conservation Partnership is a group of conservation organizations that received a grant to work with high school students in painting rain barrels. So we have 12 rain barrels that were hand painted by local high school students. And the whole purpose was to build awareness of water conservation, as you mentioned, and people will have an opportunity to learn on that website how they can go home with one of those rain barrels at the end of the day.
So they're pictured on this?
Correct. Those are 2 of the examples this year.
Wow.
So if you like them
tell
and
you
you want
what.
to take one home, you got to come to the festival.
Right, they're really amazing.
The students did a fantastic job, and we have 12 of them that we're going to line the hallways with.
Along that line, are a lot of the events geared towards students?
We do work with a lot of the students. We have some high school volunteers that come out and help lead some of the games and activities that we have going on. It's really a family and earth-minded focused event. So everyone, we say from 8 to 80, will have a fantastic time there. We are working with the PPL Lake Wallenpaupack, specifically the hydroelectric facility, is working with the Lemison MIT Paulpack Waves team. They are a group of Wallenpaupack high school students that received a very competitive grant to invent and execute an invention. It's a lake wave generator, so they're going to be producing electricity on the end of a dock. As the dock moves with the waves, the generator is going to have its electricity produced and light a light that's on the dock. So we'll be able to see that in action and hear about how they were able to construct that and all their trials and tribulations along the way.
Now that's especially appropriate because for those that don't know, Lake Wallenpaupack was created not as a recreational facility. It has become a major recreational facility, but it was built to produce electricity. There is a hydroelectric power plant there. These days, when we think, and of course PPL has its own Susquehanna steam electric nuclear station, but we don't think as much today about generating electricity by water power, and yet the facility there is still in use, is it not?
It is, yeah. We're considered a peaking power facility, so we produce energy at the times of highest demand. If you think about your electricity use in your house, your highest times of usage are going to be in the summer and in the winter when you have your cooling and your heating systems going. So we generate during those times mostly, but as part of our license with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission is to offer recreation. So we do have a lot of facilities around the lake for recreation.
You said to me that before we went on the air, that just preparing for this event, you spent 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, we actually start planning in January for the April event, and as far as hours clocked, it'll probably end up being about 2 months of
Amazing.
my years.
That's right, that's
just
right.
coordinating with all the organizations. Then we couldn't do it without the organizations that come out and support this Earth Day festival. There's 2 scout groups in the spirit of Earth Day. They're going to be conducting collections. We're going to be making reusable T-shirt bags. So if you have an old concert shirt or team jersey that you don't wear anymore, but you just can't part with, they'll cut off the sleeves and the collar and sew up the bottom for you and turn it into a bag, so you can give it a second life instead of getting rid of it. And Girl Scout Troop is going to be collecting tennis shoes. So if you have sneakers that have holes in them and you can't wear them,
And what will you do with those?
it's a part of the Nike Reuse a Shoe campaign. So what Nike does is takes those shoes, breaks them down, and turns them into basketball courts or playground mulch. So in the spirit of Earth Day, we do have the T-shirt and the sneaker collections going on.
How much of this event depends on volunteers?
All of it. All of it. Our organizations are volunteering their time to come out to this festival and offer an activity to the community. We have the high school volunteers that we couldn't offer as many games and extra activities without. All these organizations just are coming out there. The goal is to have fun, to be outside, to promote and highlight all of our natural resources in this area and give those organizations an opportunity to showcase themselves for all that they do in conservation and preservation and protecting our natural resources.
Are certain things presented at certain times, or are they ongoing? I'm thinking about people
Yep.
that may want to come there and see a particular thing.
Sure. If you go to the website, we do have a listing of all that. It's pikewayneearthday.com. The Paul Pack Waves team is going to get their special recognition from the Hawley mayor as well as township supervisors at 12:30. The Rain Barrel Project is going on from 10 to 2. At 2 o'clock it ends. Our event is from 10 to 3, and everything is ongoing. So bird walks, the mountain bike demos are ongoing, all of the games are ongoing. You can really come at any time and get a full day out of it.
And this is, and we're hoping for the best weather, but this is rain or shine.
This is rain or shine, but it will be beautiful.
Right.
And let's remind people that the location is at the PPL information.
It's the PPL Wallen Paul Pack Environmental Learning Center.
All right, and that is right along Route 6. So, of course, Route 6 is a major east-west highway coming through this section of the state, and it's right next door to the high school.
Right.
So it's easy to find. I'm sure they're going to have signs up as well. And really, this year is, how many years have you been doing this?
We started in 1998, so this will be, we had 1 year off, so this is about 15th or 16th year we're doing it.
And really, you've continued to grow every season.
It has. Every year's been bigger and better. We started at the high school, and then when our center was built in 2003, that was the year we took off. 2004, we kicked it off at our center, and we've been able to just keep bringing more organizations in and get bigger. One of the things we've always wanted to do was offer a species parade. And that could be where people are dressing up as a plant or an animal or an insect, any species that they like or have a particular interest in. And we've never been able to coordinate it within our small committee, but we teamed up with the Downtown Hawley Partnership, and they've been able to help us execute this species parade. So I'll let Simon talk more about that,
Right,
but
and
we'll have the awards ceremony
You're
in our
leading us
center.
right into our next section, so I will say thank you so very much
Thank
to
you for having
Jenna
me.
Wayne.
It was good having you, Jenna.
And we're going to bring your cohort on in just a second. One of the very interesting things about the Earth Day activities centered at PPL at Lake Wallenpaupack is that it is not an event unto itself. This year it has tied in with another multi-day activity, which is going to be held in downtown Hawley, and it is the Hawley Earth Festival. So in essence, a whole lot of activities running, in this case, from April 25th through the 27th. So there's going to be all kinds of things going on, and to tell us a little bit about those, we've invited Simon Knox, who's with the Downtown Hawley Partnership. So Simon, first of all, welcome to our program. It's so good to have you with us. In Hawley, you're making a weekend of this Earth Day festivities.
That's right. You know, we've for a long time have had a couple festivals throughout the year. We've always had a fall festival, a end of summer festival, and a winter festival. Nothing really to kick off the year. So when the Park Wayne Earth Day Committee contacted us and presented the idea to us, we latched onto it. You know, this is really something that we think would be great for the town and would kick off the year with a positive start.
That's wonderful, and Hawley is such a neat little community. I mean, it's just a fun place to visit, and it's a hop, skip, and a jump from Lake Wallenpaupack. So you can, on that one day
That's
when
right.
the PPL festival's on, you can sort of intermingle with the two.
That's my plan, to go to both events.
Do
It really
come.
is.
Yeah, it is a full day event. You know, the whole of Saturday there are a bunch of activities around the town. But like you said, David, it is starting on Friday. Our farmers market will be kicking off their yearly activities at the Hawley Public Library in their grounds. They'll be having a small farmers market. There'll be a petting zoo, you know, small animals for the kids to come and have a look at, all the young calves and lambs, whatever we can get out there. There'll be wild, edible food demonstrations, you know, so sticking to the theme of...
So you know what you pick, whether you can eat that or not.
That's the idea. That's
Now,
the idea.
in case you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen, Simon does not have a Brooklyn accent. Simon is from South Africa,
That's correct.
and his wife is a pastor.
That's correct.
In the Methodist ministry, so we're so happy she came home and brought you along.
That's it.
And all of a sudden you find yourself learning what kind of berries you can eat.
Well, I haven't got that far. This might be a good spot for me to start.
How long have you been here, Simon?
I arrived in July 2012. So
Are you enjoying yourself in the United States?
yeah, very much so. Yeah,
That's
keeping
great.
myself busy and out of trouble.
That's great. We're lucky to have you. I could tell you work hard at what you do.
And festivals like this are what make our area unique, when we can present something. Now, you're going to have entertainment as well.
Sure,
And
sure.
give us an idea of what people might be able to enjoy in the way of entertainment.
Well, I mean, both Friday night and Saturday night there will be the area restaurants, and you know they scattered all over the lake and in downtown. Will be serving Earthfest related cuisine and providing entertainment, live entertainment at a lot of the restaurants. Harmony Presents, which is a newly started business in Hawley, based in the silk mill, the Hawley silk mill, in the boiler room. They showcase a lot of fantastic artists. So Friday night they have a comedy night, which is their final Friday comedy night. And then Saturday evening, they're going to have some artists coming through and performing at the boiler room. So, you know, like you said, Judge, if you come to the Earthfest Day event, you can stay, have dinner, you know, at one of the restaurants in town, come down to the boiler room for an evening's entertainment.
Right. That sounds like a great day.
It is, and you know, another unique thing about having a festival at Lake Wallenpaupack and in Hawley and that immediate community is that that town is extremely popular with people in New York and New Jersey.
Sure.
So you really get a cross-section of audience, as it were, that will be mingling there throughout this time period.
Yeah.
Something I really, obviously grabbing a hold of Earth Day and Earth Day activities and making that the center point of a festival is neat. But what I've noticed in that area is that people are really concerned about the environment and about protecting what they have and teaching other people about it.
Definitely, and it's people, it's the residents, it's the organizations, it's the businesses, you know, everyone, especially for this Earthfest weekend, it's businesses through non-profits, through residents, all volunteering their time. So like Jenna said, you know, this is all volunteer work, and businesses providing some of the employees, giving them time off to work and concentrate on these projects. So, and yes, we enjoy having these festivals. We enjoy having people come in, learn, we teach. We have these different demonstrations, all the volunteers volunteering their information, their experience, because there's a wealth of experience in that area. And like you said, just letting people know, come back, you know, next time explore a different trail, come and check out, you know, a different part of the lake and support a different organization.
I remember going to Hawley a lot years ago. They had first-rate plays there. They had a playhouse in Hawley.
The Ritz Company.
Right. Do you still have that there?
That is still operational, and that is still a volunteer-based playhouse.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's the Ritz, is it?
Yeah.
the Ritz Company
yeah.
Playhouse.
Right.
They're on Keystone Street in Hawley.
Right. Great, fantastic. I saw fantastic plays there.
Absolutely fantastic. And again, you know, we're talking about environmental stuff. The theatre, you know, arts and culture it's very important to that area. The high school produces a fantastic play every year as well. Not only Wallenpaupack, but Honesdale, the whole, you know, that northeast, Wayne and Pike. Theatre is very important. The environment's very important. So we'd really like people to come and share that with us.
And do you find, and maybe I should have asked Jenna this because you're new to the area, but I know we've had events here based in Scranton, Lackawanna County, Wilkes-Barre, and even the small town like Tunkhannock. And one of the things we find is that when people do come to see something like this, like the festival, they find out that they like the community, they wind up coming back. So in essence, it's an ongoing economic boost for our area.
We have to do it. Like you say, we need to showcase ourselves, showcase the environment. We're very lucky to have the resource of Wallenpaupack, the lake itself. It's a huge resource that a lot of towns aren't blessed with, so when people do come, we put on these festivals to encourage people to come, enjoy, and then come back. Come back, whether it is to retire, whether it's to enjoy another festival, because different seasons, you're not going to recognize a place. The colors change, the environments change, the list of activities change, and there is always a lot going on and a lot to do. So it's a big goal of ours to make sure people are welcome, and that they're welcome enough to come back and enjoy themselves again.
And is there some sort of chronology of events that will be happening now? You begin on the 25th?
So yeah, Friday the 25th, like I said, is the farmers market. That will be based at the Hawley Public Library. And the Hawley Public Library, the week leading up to Earthfest, will be making opportunities available for children to come and start making their costumes for the Species Parade, which will be on the Saturday. So we want to drive a lot of encouragement and excitement towards the Species Parade, so kids can get the opportunity, if they don't have the materials at home to make their own costumes, they can come to the library that week before and start making their costumes. Because Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, is when we start encouraging people to come down to Bingham Park. Bingham Park is where we're going to be having the Species Parade.
That's a huge, wide-open area park downtown.
That's it.
Got a big pavilion there, as I recall, sort of a gigantic gazebo.
That's right. So we'll be having the parade on the Bingham Park Road. People are encouraged to come at 9 o'clock to start finalizing their costumes. We'll be having face painting. There will be a couple costumes on standby in case your kid doesn't have something, or if you came to the area that weekend and you didn't know there was a Species Parade. Parents are encouraged to dress up as well and support their kids. If you go to the HawleyEarthfest.com webpage, or you like us on Facebook, we've been throwing out ideas and costume ideas for parents and kids to get involved in, and there's some really adorable options where moms might be wearing a brown blanket or shawl, and their child might have an owl's hat on, and then it looks like a tree with an owl in the tree. So there's creative, extremely cheap options to go through that you might have with things in your own home. So we encourage people to come out 9 o'clock on Saturday, April 26th, for the Species Parade.
It starts at 9 o'clock.
Registration's at 9, and then the parade is going to start at 10.
Oh, the parade will start at 10, all right.
We'll be taking photos, there'll be people from AM Sky taking names and writing down people who have got really great costumes, and there are prizes. There are prizes for good costumes and attendance. Local businesses in town have donated slushies and free things like that kids can pick up during the week, and then that will be announced at the Park Wayne Earth Day Festival at the Learning Center at 12 o'clock. So idea is enjoy the Species Parade and then head on up to the...
Is the parade right down the main street?
It's on Bingham Park Road.
Yes, I know
So
that.
you don't tie up Route 6.
So you don't tie up
Right.
Route 6,
Right.
it's on the road at the back end of the park there.
Right.
And the library, the library's got involved with this as well, and have offered a lot of services. They'll be having activities at the library all day Saturday, and there'll be book readings. There are going to be authors there presenting some of their books, and lots of games and stuff happening there. More of the businesses have got involved. We've got a new Roots yoga studio in town.
David and I will not be at that, I can tell you that.
Well, if you have grandchildren,
Yeah, maybe.
if you have grandchildren, this would be a
right.
great. What they're doing is yoga for kids, yoga for children, and allowing parents and children to maybe go through some yoga exercises
Right.
and help them connect, on a spiritual yoga level. So we really encourage people to come to that. And then after the Wayne Pike Earth Day event at 3 o'clock, we've got some new businesses in Main Street, and they'll be throwing a block party from 3 p.m. onwards. So after the Environmental Learning Centre's day is over, you can come back down to Main Street, and there'll be more activities going on down there, and then taking you into the evening.
Wow.
Sounds great,
But
David.
make sure you tell your friends about that parade, because I don't want anybody driving into Hawley on that Saturday and seeing bugs and owls marching down the street and believe that they've been invaded. Now, I will remind you that there is a website, hawleyearthfest.com, www.hawleyearthfest.com, so that you can get additional information on particular events and when things are going to be held, like what time the parade starts and that sort of thing. Earth Day is very important. Our environment is very important. And we don't know all that we should know. This is an opportunity for you to learn more, but more importantly, enjoy it while you're doing the learning, because that's the best way, isn't it, Simon?
Yeah, definitely. And even on Sunday, there's still more things going on Sunday. Nathaniel Whitmore, he's like we were talking about earlier, sharing experiences. Nathaniel leads food and medicinal herb walks in the Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey tri-state area. He teaches about botany and mycology and medical herbalism, and a whole bunch of things. There's so much information out there in the woods, and he's going to be taking people for walks on Sunday morning. And then Jenna mentioned Northeast Wilderness Experience. They're doing a bike ride Sunday morning, a tour to towpath. It's been an event at our Hawley Lake Fest at the end of summer. They're starting it in spring as well, so it'll be a Northeast Wilderness Experience. But all of that is on the website, like you said, hawleyearthfest.com. We promoting things on Facebook as well, so we've got a Facebook page, hawleyearthfest.com, and everything is linked. So if you get onto the one page, you can find links to organizations, you can find links to the event-specific information, and bounce back and forth, get your schedule out, your diary out, and get your plan ready for that weekend.
And if you're watching us, you're invited, and it's free.
Definitely.
That's right, and it's free. Thank you so much, David. We're almost out of time. Simon, Knox, Jenna, Wayne, wonderful guests.
Thank you
David,
so much.
You picked great guests for today.
They're good folks.
Yes,
Thank you.
They certainly are. Mark McGlory, thank you so much for your great work. And this is Tom Munley saying thanks for watching ECTV Live. And David the Cosmo and I will be back next Monday to see you again.